Let's talk about oil stocks. What's up, investors, and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about what I consider to be a no-brainer stock to buy right now. Petroteq Energy is traded on the OTC ticker PQEFF and the Canadian Stock Exchange ticker PQE. It is rare in today's market to be talking about a stock that is all but certain to gain close to 200% at a near zero risk, but that is exactly what we have with this 20-cent penny stock. Over the past few weeks, there's been a lot of negativity that has drove the share price down and cast some doubt over this potential takeover bid. But is this a penny stock to buy right now? In the past 24 hours, we have had several press releases that I feel make this a bargain stock to buy now. I first brought you this 500% opportunity back in October when the stock was only 11 cents, but today at 20 cents there is a huge opportunity for quick profits on this penny stock. Insiders are buying up the stock with the intention to make the exact same gains. This stock price is crazy right now. In this video, I will look at the very latest developments and some of the risks that are present over the next few weeks. So if you enjoyed this or find any value in these videos, then help me grow this channel by smashing the like button and dropping me a comment. I'm aiming for 200 likes on this video, help me make that happen. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification so you never miss a video that could provide you with critical information. I want to point out that I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. Now let's get into this week's latest news. In the past week, Petroteq shareholders issued a statement to remind the board of directors of their fiduciary duties. Shareholders of Petroteq are extremely alarmed and concerned by actions that the board of directors have approved to the detriment of the company. Now this is huge. If you are not familiar with what is going on at Petroteq over the past few months, I will discuss everything in a moment, but the first thing I want to talk about is this because it is relatively rare to see shareholders feeling the need to publicly remind directors of their duties. And it is in response to this, Petroteq announces equity offering of up to $2.5 million. The board has entered into an agreement with Canton Research offering up to 12.1 million units of the company at 20 cents per unit for proceeds of up to $2.5 million. Each unit consists of one common share of the company and one half of a common share purchase warrant. Each warrant will be exercisable to acquire one common share for a period of 24 months following the closing of the offering at an exercise price of 27 cents per share. With the board stating that the company intends to use the proceeds of the offering for working capital and general corporate purposes. In addition, the placement agent will be entitled to up to 2 million non-transferable broker warrants on the assumption the offering is fully subscribed. Each broker warrant will be exercisable to acquire one common share for a period of 24 months at an exercise price of 20 cents per share. So this was announced last week, and to be honest, I was very surprised to see this. With the takeover offer that is on the table and nearing a conclusion within the next few weeks, I cannot understand why the company felt the need to cast doubt on the whole transaction. This deal not only caused the stock price to crash over 30%, but it also cast doubt over the entire takeover deal. Besides continual dilution, an extended cease trade order, a seemingly unelected board of directors with no financial stake in the company, and a revolving door of executives, there is much to be displeased with in regard to the current operations of the company, which has been unable to fund a plant or meaningfully monetize any of its substantial and valuable IP. Make no doubts about this, as I see it, Petroteq has been badly mismanaged over the past few years, but the technology that they have is worth a lot of money, hence the takeover bid. But the recent actions of the company have jeopardized this offer inexplicably for unknown reasons and at economically uncommercial terms. The company, which has almost no employees or field activities and therefore has no reason why it needs to raise capital, at this moment putting the Viston United offer in danger. As part of Viston's offer, knowing the proclivity of the company to hand out shares like monopoly money, put a maximum outstanding share limit of 795 million on a fully diluted basis. As of the last corporate filing, there are currently 788.8 million shares on a fully diluted basis issued. So the equity offering of 12 million shares, 6 million warrants and a further 2 million warrants puts Petroteq's outstanding share count above the Viston United offer conditions that were laid out. This directly contradicts what the company has said regarding their support of the Vistin offer and violates one of the key conditions for closing of the Vistin offer. It is clear that the company is not looking out for the best interest of shareholders, and in this regard, there is a short list of demands including that the board must execute its duty and cancel this equity offering immediately. All legal remedies will be considered if the board continues to endanger shareholder value. So overall, this is beginning to get very messy very quickly, and as I have said already, this has had an effect on the share price, being down more than 30% since the equity offering and over 40% since May 25th. But we have just had some further vital updates in the past 24 hours that will have a huge impact on this, and I believe will show the current 20-cent share price to be an absolute bargain. So what exactly is this all about? What makes this company so valuable? In short, who are Petroteq Energy? One of the major challenges facing humanity today is how to produce energy in an environmentally friendly way. Most companies in the oil and gas industry don't have the necessary technology to do this, while others believe that the technologies and strategies needed are not feasible. Petroteq specializes in oil production and ancillary offerings in mining and sand remediation, and have developed technology that enables them to produce oil without water, waste or emissions. They take pride in being a forward-thinking company rooted in innovation. The company strives to find new ways to approach age-old problems in the ever-evolving world of resource development. Through innovation, they have developed an operational process to ensure that they produce some of the highest quality resources available on the market. Petroteq works with world-class strategic partners to enhance production capabilities, technologies and strategy. The technology behind Petroteq's success is called Clean Oil Recovery Technology, or CORT. The versatile technology can be applied to both water wet deposits and oil wet deposits, outputting high-quality oil and clean sand. Furthermore, CORT possesses significant environmental advantages over historical production methods. The technology enables production from oil sands without using water during the extraction process. As a result, neither wastewater nor tailing ponds are created. It's a closed-loop system, which means that 95% of the solvents used in the extraction process are recovered, recycled and reused, while roughly 5% remain within the oil that is extracted. And this technology is versatile enough for use on a variety of natural resources. Chapman Engineering, one of Canada's most reputable environmental engineering firms, conducted an economic analysis of Petroteq's resource development process and found the technology to be scalable, commercially viable and cost effective. The technology extracts up to 99% of all hydrocarbon contents, recycles up to 95% of solvents. A US patent and corresponding foreign patents in Russia and Canada have been issued that cover the significant features of the system and process for extracting oil from oil sands. Also cover the key aspects of the extraction process. Petroteq is committed to producing energy that is essential to propelling our global communities and economies forward in a way that protects and restores the planet. The technology consumes no water, has no waste tailing ponds, produces no emissions and cleans oil sands of hydrocarbons, returning a clean sand as part of an overall ESG strategy. Now, it's very important to understand that Petroteq has this offer on the table. For anyone who is new to this stock and does not quite understand why exactly I feel that this is an absolute no-brainer at the current price, let's take a look at the terms and conditions of this buyout agreement. Vistin reminds shareholders of the following key terms and conditions of the offer. Shareholders will receive 74 cents Canadian in cash for each common share. That is 74 cents for every share that is tendered, and given today's exchange rate, 74 cents Canadian equals 58 cents US. The current Petroteq share price is 20 cents, so there is a 190% gain to be made from the current price for doing absolutely nothing other than buying shares, tendering their shares and waiting until mid-July for payday. This is not an opportunity that I expected would still be on the table when I first spoke about this stock and about this buyout offer back in October, when the stock was at 11 cents. But here we are in June 2022 and shares can still be tendered. The only thing that stands in the way of this deal is the dilution that I spoke about already, and I will look at Vistin's response to this in a moment. And the other issue is getting the takeover approved by the Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States. But on May 25th, Vistin United announced that the 45-day notice review period had commenced in connection with the notice formally submitted by the offerer and Petroteq with the CFI US in connection with the offer. On May 24th, the United States Department of the Treasury notified the offerer that the notice has been accepted by the CFI US for review and the 45-day notice period commenced on May 24th, and that the review will conclude no later than July 7th. Vistin and the offerer currently intend to extend the offer to a date after July 7th, in order to allow additional time for the offerer to obtain clearance under US national security regulations. But in the past 24 hours, Vistin announced that they have approached Petroteq to seek further information on Petroteq's recent announcements and filings regarding an upcoming meeting of shareholders to be held on July 21st, and the private placement of units announced on June 2nd, which I spoke about. Petroteq has confirmed their continued support for the offer and recommendation to Petroteq shareholders to tender. Petroteq has no plans or intentions to engage in any defensive or other tactics that could prejudice the offer, and in particular, satisfaction of the conditions to the offer without the consent of Vistin. But most importantly, Vistin has indicated that it intends to increase the threshold under the no change in capitalization condition to 811 million issued and outstanding common shares on a fully diluted basis to accommodate that private placement. This should mean that the recent financing won't impact the deal going through, which is a big relief, and they have extended the expiry date for acceptance out to July 22nd, the day after Petroteq shareholder meeting. So the only thing that we are waiting for right now is for the CFI US to clear the transaction. This is not something that I expect there to be any issues with. The CFI US job is to review transactions involving foreign investment in the US in order to determine the effect of such transactions on national security of the United States. I do not see how this takeover of Petroteq would in any way affect national security, so I do not see this being an issue. Either way, we will be hearing about this in the coming weeks. So guys, before we get to the end of the video, if you've watched all the way through, please hit the like button, it really helps the channel out a lot. And in my opinion, this is an absolute no-brainer, but that is just my opinion and not financial advice because I am not a financial advisor. I hope you found value in this video, but always do your own research. Never take the opinion or advice of anyone on YouTube or any social media without doing your own due diligence. Of course, feel free to watch some of my other Petroteq videos for more details about the company. There's links to this in the descriptions below or on the playlist that's in the top right hand corner. If you're new, hit the subscribe button and bell notification, and I'll catch you in the next one.